love God? I knew that's what you were going to say. If you ask the average person on the street out here, do you love God? They're probably going to say the same thing. If you ask them to describe the God that they love, you'd be absolutely shocked at what some people would say.
I'm in love with my God, give him praise, I won't stop, yes, I'm all in, yeah. Praises to the Most High, full of grace, can't be stopped, he's my portion, yeah. Lift his name on high, he's on top, we exalt him, yeah. Hold my praise, how can I cannot, I shall not, cause it's all him, yeah. I'm in love with my God, give him praise, I won't stop, yes, I'm all in, yeah. Praises to the Most High, full of grace, can't be stopped, he's my portion, yeah. Lift his name on high, he's on top, we exalt him, yeah.
All praises be to the Most High Yahweh. Once again, all praises be to the Most High Yahweh and our King, our brother, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. The water for tuning in, for those that are tuning in, to all the brothers and sisters, Ahchs Ahchwaths out there that's tuning in, watching this video. The water, which in Hebrew means thank you. So with that song that I just played, I just want to pose the question as he just did. Do you love the Most High? That's what this video would be about. Do you love the Most High? That's what we be going over. And what the Bible says about if you truly love him and if you truly put your trust in him, what it should be and how the outcome of it should be. And should you put your trust in him or in man? Like the song started off, he said, do you love him? And, you know, a lot of people will say one thing, but we want to see what the Bible says. So let's dive in. As you can see, I'm pulling it up on the screen. You can see it right now. We're in Jeremiah 17, the deceitful heart. And I want to start at verse 5. Of course, always I like to say, if you have not read the book of Jeremiah, please go back and read that. Okay? So we're going to start at verse 5, and it says, Thus say Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from Yahweh. So right here, starting off, we see cursed be the man, as we see right here. Cursed be the man, right? We see it. So like it for that. Whose heart departed from Yahweh. For what? He shall be like a heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness. In a salt land is his habitus. 7. Barak is the man that trusteth in Yahweh, and whose hope is Yahweh. That man is what? Blessed. The one who trusts in Yahweh is blessed. The one who trusts in man, right, is no good. He's cursed. Right here. Cursed. Right? So the man that trusted in man and mere flesh, he's cursed. But the man who trusts in Yahweh, as we can see, he is blessed. Right? So what man or what woman do you want to be? Verse 8. For he shall be as a tree planted. Oh, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit. So you will always yield fruit. Always be nurtured when you with Yahweh, because you will be blessed. Right? So you want to be blessed, and you want to put your trust in Yahweh. Verse 9. The heart is deceitfully wicked above all things, is deceitfully wicked above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Right? The one that can know it is Yahweh. For verse 10 says, I, Yahweh, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. So I'm going to start right there, 10, but I want you to know that the heart, people like to say that they follow their heart. Your heart will lead you astray. Don't follow your heart, follow the word. Don't follow your heart, follow the word. And I know it's not easy out here in the world. Hey, I'm a human being just like the brothers and sisters that's listening to this video. This is why I'm telling you, don't put your trust in me. Don't put your trust in no man. Put your trust in the Most High. Just like I put my trust in the Most High as I'm out in this world with the snares and traps that are everywhere. We have to continue to think on the Most High. This is why it says meditate on him day and night, so he can help you get out of those situations that the world tries to put you in. I'm going to read verse 10 one more time. I, Yahweh, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. So whatever you're doing, Yahweh's going to give that back to you, right? So let's move on. Psalms 62. Psalm 62, right? Let me blow that up a little bit. It says, Elohim in the Hebrew, or God in English, alone, a refuge for treacherous and oppression, right? I think I'm going to start at verse, truly my soul waiteth upon Elohim, for him cometh my salvation. So who he's waiting on? David, he's waiting on Elohim for his salvation. He only is my rock. He only is my rock. One more time. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. Wow. How long will ye imagine mischief against a man? How long will ye imagine mischief against a man? I'll pause to give a person, because it's a question. So I'll pause to give a person some time to think. Are they truly putting their trust in Yahweh at all times? And this is what we must do. You know, we must do this. It's important that we do this. Sometimes me as a human being, you know, I go through things myself. And sometimes in real life, you know, things happen before you even really get a chance to react. And then once you react, you notice that, or you realize that, hey, I'm angry, or hey, I said something that I shouldn't have said. I need to put myself back in place and humble myself. And in this world, it's hard, you know, like it says in the book of Sirach, pride and anger was not made for a man. You know, and it's hard in this world that things get you angry and you act on it, but you have to humble yourself and realize that this wasn't made for you. You have to be better than that. You know, you are better than that. So it says, ye shall be slain, all of you, as a bowing wall, Salakia, shall ye be, and as tottering fences, as a tottering fence. They shall consult to cast him down for his excellency. They delight in lies. They barak with their mouth, which is to bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. A lot of people do that. A lot of people, they act like they blessing you outwardly with their mouth, but inside they truly cursing you. You know, so watch out for those snakes. Watch out for those serpents who really always giving you exaltation, always bigging you up, you know, always exalting you, but truly inside they cursing you inwardly. I didn't say that. David said that. So watch out for that, my brothers and sisters. Verse 5, my soul, wait thou only upon Elohim, for my expectation is for him. So David is saying that his soul, wait thou, Salakia for the stumble of words, wait thou only upon Elohim, for my expectation is for him. He only is my rock and my salvation. So nothing else is his rock or his salvation, right? This is what David is saying. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. In Elohim is my salvation and my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in Elohim. Trust in him at all times. I can't stress this enough right here. I can't stress this enough, my brothers and sisters. Trust in him at all times. Don't trust in man, because man will let you down. Whoever he is, whether he's your pastor, whether he's your father, whether he's your uncle, whether he's your own brother. Don't trust in man, because men will fail you, and women. I'm not, separating, but in the human flesh, it will fail you. But one person or one that will not fail you is the Most High. He will not fail you. So it says, trust in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. Elohim is a refuge for us. Selah. Surely, men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie. Listen to this. And man of a high, I gotta try to highlight this. Listen to degree, the amount of level. Oh man, I was just trying to highlight it, but it just went somewhere else. Degree. Every time I do that, R.A. lie. Salakia. I'm getting new to this. I'm new to this with the highlighting or whatnot. So please bear with me. But it says, surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie. So those men who keep exalting themselves, putting themselves, giving themselves these titles and different things like that, right? That have not been spoken to through the Most High. The Most High is not really truly dealing with them. They are a lie. To be laid in the balance, they are altogether lighter than vanity. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery and riches Salakia. And become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set your heart upon them. Okay, Elohim have spoken once, twice have I heard this, that the power belongeth to who? Elohim. Also unto thee, O Master, belongeth the mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his work. Right? So whatever you putting in is what you're going to get out. The work that you put in, your deeds, your actions, whatever you putting in, this is what you're going to get out. This is why it's important for us to pray nonstop and ask for repentance, whether you knowingly or unknowingly, because it's a lot of things in the law that we don't understand and that we don't know, right? So, and we're not in the land, we don't have our temple, so we should just be praying nonstop anyway, because of the trials that we going through, the fire that we in. We should always be throwing up prayers to the Most High, asking for his forgiveness and for him to have mercy upon us. So let's move forward. Let's jump to Proverbs. Hopefully somebody gets some understanding on that. I'm just basically trying to say, people say that they love the Most High, but really they love the men that they worship, that pastor that they worship, that elder that they worship, that captain that they worship, that whoever it is, I don't know, but whoever it is, you should need to put your trust in the Most High and not in man, right? So we're going to go to Proverbs 30:2 is where I'm going to start. And it says, surely I am brutish than any man, and have not the understanding of man. I neither learn wisdom nor have the knowledge of the Kadash or holy, right? So this man is saying he neither learned wisdom nor have the knowledge of the holy, right? Verse 4. Who have ascended up unto the Shemayim or descended? Question. Who have gathered the wind in his fist? Oh man. Who have bound the waters in a garment? Who have established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name? If thou can't answer. And I mean, I believe I know their names, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, but some people may use Yahuwah. Some people may use for the son, Yehoshua or Yahushua, or Yeshua. So different pronunciations, but we all know the Most High and his son, right? Verse 5, every word of Elohim is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in who? Him. One more time, verse 5. Every word of Elohim is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. And thou not unto his words. Man, Salaki, I'm sorry. Add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar. A lot of people like to add to his words, but in order not to add, you have to know his word. And this is why you have to have an understanding and know his words when you go into these churches or you go into these camps or you go put yourself under somebody. If you don't know the word, this man could be adding to the word, and then you don't know, and then what's going to happen? You're going to be found a liar, right? Your oil is not going to be ready. You're not going to be prepared. So don't let the man lead you. Know the word. There's nothing wrong with being with brothers or being with sisters. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is know the word so nobody can lead you astray or deceive you from the word, right? If you don't know the word, then you can be deceived easily, because what sounds good to the heart, as we know, the heart is wicked and is deceitful. So we have to know the scriptures, to have understanding of the scriptures. And even when you think you know them, you should continue to ask for wisdom and understanding from the Most High. Verse 7. 2 things I have required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. All praises be to the Most High Yahweh. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee. He said, lest I be full and deny thee, the Most High Yahweh, and say, who is Yahweh? Wow. Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my Elohim in vain, right? Or take the name of my Elohim in vain, right? People steal from us every day, right? We were stolen from we wasn't in our particular land, but we were stolen from the west coast of Africa, right? But he is asking to what? Lest I be full and deny thee. So he's understanding that these things of the world, you can become rich, and then you can get into vanity and turn away from the Most High. Or you could be poor and become a robber and be stealing and be a thief all the time. And then you start taking the name of the Most High in vain, right? So he's letting you know you have to think on these things before you do them, right? A wise man. So let's move on, right? Once again, the moral of this whole lesson is, when we first started it off, is what? He said, do you love the Most High? That's the question. Who do you put your trust in? If you truly love the Most High, you will put your trust in him. And then what did Yahweh Shai say about men? Right? We have to understand what the Bible said about men. Let's get that. Well, I'm going to get it here first. Hold on. I'm going to get it here first. Let me get it here first. Let me get it here. This is what Yahawashi said, who the world calls Christ, right? This is what he said about man, right? We're going to jump down to 23. Of course, as always, if you have not read the book of John, please go back and read the whole book, okay? You can't just jump to these verses and you don't have an understanding of the whole book, okay? So please go back and read the whole book. But for time's sake, this is why I just go to certain verses. But please go back to read the whole context of the book so you can get the whole understanding, not just one thing, okay? Verse 23. Now when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover, talking about Yahawashi, who the world calls Christ, the Hamashiach. Now when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover, at the feast day, many believed in his name when they saw the miracles which he did. Here it is. But Yahawashi did not what? Why? It says, but Yahawashi did not commit himself unto them. See? He did not commit himself to them. So you have to be careful, right? Yahawashi was at the Passover. He seen the people. They believed on him, right? You go to your church, you go to your camp, you under your elders, your captains, your priest or whatever, and you commit yourself to that congregation, or you commit yourself to that person because you believe they had an insight. And it says right here, why? Because he knew all men, right? Salakia. I gotta highlight that. Because he knew all men. Yahawashi knew all men. He knew about them, right? And it says, verse 25, and needed not that any should testify of man, for he knew what was in man. He knew what was in man. I don't have to highlight that. You can see it. He knew what was in man. I'm leaving it there so you can kind of see it, kind of let it absorb in your skin, that your king, who the world calls Jesus, Yahawashi in the Hebrew, right? He knew what was in man. He did not commit himself unto them because he knew what was in man. Let's see what the Bible say what's in man. Hold on. Let me get this real quick. Let's see what the Bible say what's in man. We're not going to take it too long. Just got off of work, so, but we needed to get this in. What is man that he should be clean? Question. And he which is born of a woman that should be what? Righteous. Salakia. Behold, he putteth no trust in his saints. Yeah. The Shemayim are not clean in his sight. So to the Most High, even the Shemayim, which are the heavens, Shemayim in the Hebrew, right? Even those are not clean in his sight. And it says he putteth no trust in his saints. Who are the saints? The righteous, right? Who are the saints? Those that he made a covenant with, right? Do I need to get that? Let me see. Oh man, I'm going off now. I didn't even want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it though. Gather my saints together unto me. Those that what? Have made a covenant with me by what? Sacrifice. Those are his saints. Who saints? The Most High Yahweh. Those are his saints. So that's Psalms 50 and 5, right? Okay, let's go back to Job. Job 15, right? Where was we at? We was at verse 15. Behold, he putteth no trust in his saints. Yeah, the Shemayims are not clean in his sight. How much more abominable and filthy is man, which drink iniquity like water. Iniquity is sin. Iniquity is sin. It says that men are filthy. That's what it says. So be careful once again who you put your trust in. Like the song said in the beginning, do you love the Most High? Do you love the Most High more than you love men? Do you love the Most High more than you love your elder, your priest, your captain, your pastor, your daddy, your mama, your sister, your brother? Because the Bible is saying, how much more abominable and filthy is man, which drinketh sin like water. Okay? So we have to understand that. So let's go back to Yahawashi real quick in John 2:23. And this is why Yahawashi did not commit himself unto them, because he knew all men, that they drink sin like water, and need not that any should testify. You don't need nobody to testify for you. Okay? The only one who's your mediator is who? Yahawashi. He is up there mediating for you, being doing the good deeds, going back and forth with the Father for you. If you happen to fall short, if you happen to fall and you confess your sins, he takes that to the Father, say, look at him, Father. Well, I'm not going to add to anything, but he is our mediator. Put it like that, okay? And he said, listen, don't put your trust in men. That's one example, right? We showed to Job. Now let's get this. This is our people. We know our people wicked. And we finna wrap it up. Hopefully this edifies somebody. I just wanted to show a little bit. We're not gonna make it long. This is Samuel, right? 1 Samuel, right? And it said, and said unto him, behold, thou art old, and thy sons. So they talking to Samuel, and they saying, Samuel, you old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like the other nations, right? They want a king. Israel want a king because they want to be like the other nations. But listen to this. But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto Yahweh. And Yahweh said to Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee. For they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me. So they wasn't rejecting Samuel. They was rejecting the Most High, because they was asking for a man to be king over them like all the other nations. You don't need nobody to be over you. You got somebody over you already, which is the Most High. And it's right here. He said, but they have rejected me. Man, that I should not what? Man. So who do you want to reign over you? Huh? You rather be part of that church and let the pastor reign over you? You rather be part of that congregation, that camp, and let the high priest or the elder or the captain or the soldiers or whatever ranks these people are giving themselves, you would want them to reign over you? You have rejected the Most High. But they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. According to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this day, wherewith they have forsaken me and served other Elohim, so do they also unto this day. Let me get this real quick. They serve other Elohims, right? Let's get this real quick. Exodus 20, the 10 Commandments, right here. What? Thou shalt have no other Elohims before me, right? Elohims before me. You should have no other Elohim before me. But hold on, let's get this. Are not Israelites called Elohims? Huh? Are not Israelites? Let me blow this up. Psalms 82:6. I have said, ye are Elohims, and all of you are children of what? The Most High. So his children are Elohims, which is Gods. His children are Elohims, which is Gods. And then it says in Exodus 20:3, thou shalt have no other Elohim before me. If his children and man's are Elohim, and he is the head of them, he is saying, don't put nobody before me. No man, no nothing. This is a commandment. Exodus 20:3. And then it already said, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, or any likeness, or anything that's in the Shemayim above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. And we know people do that. And then it says, thou shalt not bow down to thyself to them, nor serve them, which people do. For I, Yahweh the Elohim, am a jealous Elohim, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So, I mean, it's a commandment. And once again, forgive me for sometimes I stutter, because sometimes I might be ready to say a word in Hebrew or English. So I'll be, it's like going back and forth, like with Spanish and English and Hebrew and stuff. Man, sometimes my tongue get all tied. So let's go back to Samuel, right? So basically, that's what I wanted to. That's what I really wanted to say. I mean, we could draw it out, and I can reach the rest of this, but for time's sake, you can go back and read Samuel, 1 Samuel chapter 8 and 5 is what I really wanted to bring out. That Israel wanted what? A king to judge them like the other nations, and as it says right here in verse 7. Yahweh said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people, and all that they say unto thee. For they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I shall not reign over them. Who do you want to reign over you? You should want the Most High Yahweh, the Allah of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Allah of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, the one who came down and showed himself to Moses, the one that came on Mount Sinai that gave the 10 commandments, that made a covenant with the saints that I just showed you in Psalms 50 and 5. That's who you should want to reign over you, okay? No man. As I showed you when I started off in Jeremiah 17 and 5, trust not in a man. Cursed be the man that trusts in the man, and Barak be the man that trusts in the Most High Yahweh. So we're going to leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with this. And then I'm going to get out of here. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 2. And this is in the 1611 King James Bible. So this is a King James version, right? And this is in the book of, like I said, Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach. And I'm going to jump all the way down to verse 13 for time's sake. If you have not read the book of Sirach, I always say, please go back and read the whole book. People say you can get the whole understanding of this. Please, right? Don't lend on my words. Don't bet on my words. Bet on reading the whole book, get the whole context of everything, and then you can get the full understanding of it, right? So I'm gonna jump down. Man, I was gonna start at 13, but let me see what 12 say. Woe be to the fearful hearts. Don't be a fearful heart. Don't be scared to tell that man you leaving his congregation. Don't be scared to tell your elder that he's wrong. Don't be scared to tell your priest that he's wrong, or your father or your daddy he's wrong if he's going against the scriptures. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, right? You don't have courage. You lack courage. Right? That's what faint-hearted means. You lack courage, right? You lack courage because you don't want to put your trust in the Most High. You want to put your trust in other things like the kings or these people to reign over you. For he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe. Woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will ye do when Yahweh shall visit you? Hold on, let me get that about patience. And let me get this in Galatians. Because I know, let me see this. Galatians 5 and 22. Listen to this. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law. Right? And those who belong to Hamashiach Yahushua have crucified the flesh with its passions and desire. If we live by the Ruach, let us also keep in step with the Spirit. Let us not become conceited, provoking one another, envying one another. So what I want to focus on is Galatians 5 and 22 is that patience, what it says. And then right here in Ecclesiasticus, it says what? Woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will you do when Yahweh shall visit you? Right? And right here in Galatians, it says this is the fruit of the Spirit. That's what it says, that is the fruit of the Spirit. So if you have lost patience, then you have lost or are losing your fruit of the Spirit. So be careful about that. That's why I say it's important for us to humble ourselves and come back to the truth and realize that, hey, we be going off in the little bit of things. No matter how good you think you are, you're still filthy and you still go off. For he said, even the Shemaim is filthy to him. And it's Malaks up there, angelical beings up there. So you not even like them. So you even worse off. So whatever you think you are, you not. Anyway, let me wrap this up. They that fear Yahweh will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. Verse 16. Let me pull this up. They that fear Yahweh will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. Wow. They that fear Yahweh will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. That's what I'm asking you, brothers and sisters, to humble yourself in his sight. Trust in Yahweh. Like the song first started off and it said, do you love the Most High? Humble yourself, brothers and sisters. Verse 18 is the last verse, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Most High, or we will fall into the hands of Yahweh, and not into the hands of men. And not into the hands of man. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. Right? And I'll leave that up there because that's beautiful. That wraps up the whole thing that I've been talking about. Hopefully this edifies somebody. Hopefully this helps somebody. And at the bottom line is, brothers and sisters, put your trust in the Most High no matter what you're going through. I go through things and I continue to go through things. And how we know that we working with the Most High is that he puts us in that furnace and he's refining us, right? If you're not going through nothing, then how can you be getting refined? But in all that, continue to put your trust in the Most High, and he won't let you down, you know. So continue to work, continue to put in the work, and let's do this together. Love all y'all for tuning in. Anybody that stayed tuned in, the water. And with this, I say, Shalawam.